everyone, and welcome back to Archaeo SMP Season 2. I have been a bit ill, so I went mining. So I'm gonna build this up, and we're gonna just see. I have also enchanted. I've got fortune and efficiency and such. I've enchanted my gear. We'll get to how in a minute, but let's see how many diamonds I get. I don't have... Okay, I've got 4 in my inventory just now, so subtract 4 from the final number. Okay, how many is it? How many is it? Take your bets now. I mean, it's definitely over a stack. Okay, so minus 4, so that's a stack and 54. So that's 118. So slightly better than average, or probably actually it may still just be average. The average is 2 point something, and I forget if it's like 2.1 or 2.2, but that's pretty good. I'm no longer poor, so that's good. I like not being poor. Right, so while I was ill, Clara and Dragon found a trial chamber. Well, they knew they had the trial chamber, but they wanted to explore. So a whole bunch of us got together and braved the trial chamber. And so let me show you how that went. We did one run first with like regular vaults, and then we did an ominous run. So enjoy these shenanigans.
I don't know if anyone saw the hook I put onto my announcement, but it's like I tried to follow the whole Saturday cartoon thing.
Will one of our members get their second death? Dragon.
I had to throw the hook in. I know Moon isn't going to die, but nobody else knows that.
Yep. Exactly.
We're just very confident that Moon won't die.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so around the spawners, you have blocks that tell you what mobs are gonna spawn.
Mm-hmm.
So if you guys wanna guess what the 2 spawners in the middle...
Poisonous spiders?
Yep.
Yeah,
I
would say those are silverfish.
Yeah, silverfish. Totally, Dragon. Shall we find out? Come on.
Let's go.
I appreciate that you named one of the mobs that's similarly as annoying as poisonous spiders.
Oh, these things, I think the worst mob is the silverfish.
Oh yeah, for sure. Wait, is it literally thundering outside? That's great. I love that, actually.
Oh my gosh!
Ooh, we got keys.
The amount of subtitles that are going off on my screen right now.
Yep, they're gonna go all the way up.
They're all over the place. Okay.
And there's another one at the bottom as well.
Okay.
Yep.
Oh, over here. Okay.
Yep.
Whoa.
Oh, and there's skeletons
Burning.
over here too.
Oh my goodness.
Somebody's got flame on their sword.
Subtitles.
I do.
Yeah, it's like it's going
the
above.
subtitles. Subtitles are just you have to
Freeze,
scroll
let's
through them.
go!
Oh my goodness.
There they are.
Hello.
Huh.
Yeah, let's go. Let's have some fun, right? So much fun. Everybody be careful. The floor's water. Where to go?
So I'm sorry for everyone that doesn't have Depth Strider yet, because this is gonna...
Hold on, I got this. Where
Yay.
is the nuisance part of this? There we go. I'll take the water bucket out of it. There we go.
Yeah, yep.
Oh, and there's a normal, couple normal thingamabobbers in here. So we can use those 2 keys
there are
you've got.
3 vaults.
Nice. Here. Oh. Oh wait. Other book. What book is that?
Ooh, what is it?
I think it's Oh, I got a Silk Touch book.
Nice.
That's useful.
Yes, KB, let's go.
Whee!
Oh, that's cool.
Okay, if you had this on repeat, this could be like a beam me
Oh
up
my God, I
Scotty
want this
noise.
I
Or
want that
a windstorm.
Oh, yep.
Or a windstorm.
The group chat is started again, just in case we all get split up.
Yeah. it's good so we can communicate.
Yeah, forget
It's
the
really
salmon
loud, though.
noise. The breeze noise is where it's at.
Oh, yep.
Yeah,
The
this
salmon
is great.
noise is just disgusting. Like, this noise is cool. Though I think my favorite, I think the Alea one is really good. The glow squid one is really pretty.
Oh my gosh.
Okay. Let's
So
see, Harold, you're not in the group chat.
Simultaneously windy and whimsical, which is great
Yeah.
given the
Yep.
face that the breeze is making and how grumpy they are.
It looks like a grumpy old person.
Yeah.
No!
This is
Oh
you!
no! No, 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 no.
Oh, that's
Stop!
the
I'm gonna
spider.
break. I'm gonna. No.
Okay, so how do we do? I haven't done the ominous stuff at all. Does only
Okay,
one
Just
person?
drink a potion, and because the things are in cooldown right now for like 30 minutes. But if
true.
you drink an ominous potion, it removes the cooldown. So at least the person that has been drinking the potion needs to go near the spawners to activate them again.
Mm-hmm.
Also,
And they'll
so
activate
if one
blue.
or two of us drink the potion, at least it means that it's gonna be a bit easier
Okay.
to like get them all activated. So I would suggest one or two of us, like at least two of us, like drink the potions.
We only
Yeah,
need
and we just went-
like
Just
2
one.
people to drink the potions, and everybody gets the loot.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You could do one, but it'll be easier with two to make sure we got.
Yeah, because-
Yeah.
we activate them all so that we can still fight them together. Oh, and also in this version, you will have potions like that will happen where things will just
Yeah,
spawn above your
lingering
head.
potions, stuff
Right.
on your head, fire charges above your head. Yeah.
So constant
Yeah.
movement is
Cool.
suggested.
So it was madness before, except
more
it really
Now it's
wasn't.
chaos.
Yeah.
Mobs that can have armor, like skeletons, will spawn with lots of armor, even diamond and stuff. Mobs that can't, like spider, they're just gonna spawn more mobs.
Right. I just keep getting launched.
It's alright, we got this. We got this team, we got this. I'm not just
Yeah.
whiffing every shot, I'm fine.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to hit you. They're also wearing diamond.
I
So for
feel
a
like-
second there, I thought you were
yeah.
a skeleton.
I feel like it's entirely
They're in
understandable
disguise.
if you hit people. Launched. Okay, alright.
You said launched, I heard lunched. I'm getting hungry.
I mean, it is dinner time where I am, so
Yeah, it's lunchtime here, and
I don't see
I
anything.
haven't had
No.
food.
I skipped breakfast too.
I didn't skip breakfast. I'm skipping lunch.
Oh,
For now.
I just got slowness arrows and a block of iron.
Wow.
Yeah, that's
I
not very
mean,
nice.
Yay.
That's right. Winner.
Whoa, so fun.
I got an efficiency 2 axe and some slowness arrows and a couple of diamonds.
Same. I got the exact same stuff.
I'm gonna eat and I'm gonna stand here. There we go. See, I could just
Where
kill it
we
with
got all the
thorns.
spider heads room.
Oh, there's an ominous vault down here, right, KB? I forgot about this
Is
one.
there?
In the water bit.
Oh, yeah, in the
Oh.
rooms. Yeah.
So we should get this one while we have the key
Yeah.
to get it.
I got
Ooh, what did you get?
flow
What'd you get?
and windburst.
Yay! Windburst is really rare.
Punch two.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Aw, only punch 2.
What can
Um,
be put together on the heavy core?
Oh, I opened those. Oops.
Oh, I got another flow
You
trim.
can have density, and you can either have breach or windburst.
Yep.
Oh,
Okay.
do I?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I
You
do.
didn't know- Yeah.
Oh,
I got
passed it down.
another flow trim, so if anybody wants flow. I've got 3
Yeah.
of them now.
Wow.
Okay.
This is fun.
We'll just go through and we're not gonna activate all of the things. We're just gonna
Yep.
have walk. Just
It's
like make it
utter
ominous. Let's
chaos,
go.
but I love the breezes. They make combat
It is so
much
fun.
more fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love getting
I love
launched
them.
halfway across
It
the
is
build.
it is so funny.
They're not as bad as when they first introduced them that everyone was making them out.
Yeah.
Oh my god, there's so many.
They're honestly
Oh.
amazing.
Gosh.
And they just like
It is
boing.
They're so fast, and there's so many of us that like registering that one's even there is not easy.
Ah!
Okay, I'll stay down here with Archaeo.
Yeah, and there's 2 spawners and one
Yeah,
person.
cool. Yeah, we can be 2
gotcha.
here, it's good. Yay!
Yes.
I need to get a bunch of these and just install them all over my base, and then it'll sound like Scotland.
Yeah, just the
Yeah.
wind blowing.
It's the wind, yeah. When we get a day where there
That is
isn't wind
okay.
in Scotland, it's miserable.
Well, this was super fun. This was awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Thank you,
it was good.
everybody.
Really good. That was like... That sounded like somebody going, woo, but it was so lackluster. So yeah, so we got a whole bunch of stuff out of that run. We got 4 flow armor trims, which I'm going to use today. And then we also got a flow banner pattern, which I've got up at the shieling. We also got a bunch of breeze rods, and then Moon gave some trial keys. And that was mostly what I got. I ended up with... I didn't get any of the heavy cores at all, but I do have some potions of regen left over. That was pretty much it. I got a lot of like diamonds and emeralds from it though, so it helped me make these tools. And then I also ended up with like 3 mending books, which as you can see I've already put on my tools and my sword. Oh, and I also added to the storage here because the amount of dark oak was getting to be a bit much. And then I forgot, like I'm not used to playing with bundles, but one thing you can do with bundles, you know, all the little like bits and bobs of like the wooden blocks, so like trapdoors and fence gates and slabs and such, you can put those all in a bundle and then it just takes up 1 slot in chest and you can put like the full blocks around. So yeah, so I've just put all of those in a bundle, and then I'm gonna get another bundle for all the stone ones. But then that gives you a bit more space, so that's good. I've made this is mob drops. I've been spending a fair amount of time at my skeleton spawner. I haven't made it into a full skeleton farm yet. It's just like, it just funnels them into a point. It doesn't even drop them down or anything. And then this one is just cobble and deep slate. You can see all the mining that I've done. And then this is kind of dirt, but also glass and hay bales. This is kind of like full blocks that are random bits that aren't like wooden or stone. This is like ingredients. One of my plans for this season is to have a shop that sells like a bunch of different ingredients and foodstuffs. So we're going to have, mushrooms are going to be a big thing. We're not going to be selling the mushroom blocks because Moon's going to do that, because Moon's doing trees. So Moon's going to do the big mushrooms and the mushroom blocks, but I'm going to do the little mushrooms and such. So I've added a bunch of storage. There's also some storage. I've used a bunch of storage up at the shielings as well, mostly for dark oak, but also for things like dyes and such, because I've got my loom up at my workshop. So I figured may as well keep the dyes and the banner patterns there. But anyway, let's duplicate this flow armor trim. I want to use these armor trims. I'm so excited about the flow armor trim and the flow banner pattern because there is a design in ancient Scottish archaeology, in ancient Scottish culture, that's called a triskele, or well, they're called triskeles or a triskelium, or I just call them triskeles. Sometimes I'll call them a triskele. I know that's technically not like grammatically correct in Greek, but it's fine. Just go with it. Triskeles are an ancient symbol here in Scotland, and they're also an ancient symbol in other parts of the world, especially in Europe, but we're talking about Scotland here because that's my theme for this season. Triskeles are a triple spiral where the spirals flow from one into the other and back, like this. This triple spiral symbol, as I said, is old. The oldest known examples of the triple spiral date to somewhere between 4,400 BCE and 3,600 BCE in Malta, and about 3,200 BCE in Newgrange, Ireland. They're Neolithic, and a lot of them are carved into stones. But these triskeles have been alive and well in Scotland, and again in other parts of the world, basically since then. They haven't disappeared, guys. They're still here. Now, There is another symbol that is also called a triskele, and it's this one. 3 human legs with the upper part of their legs joined in the middle and each leg bent at the knee. So it looks a bit like 3 legs spinning around in a circle like a wheel. Both this leg design and the triple spiral symbol are related to each other, and actually a lot of designs where 3 of something is joined in the middle like a wheel are called triskeles. The human leg symbol is originally Greek, but it became popular in many parts of Europe over time, and it's currently part of the flag for both the Isle of Man and for Sicily. I'm going to be talking about the triple spiral design because that's mostly what I've seen here in Scotland, that or some variation of it. Okay, so are you ready? It's time for your new favourite segment, Ancient Glass Bead Talk with ArchaeoPlays. It's a very catchy title. I don't know what else to call it, but I'm going to talk about beads. It's going to be great. Okay, so this triple spiral, this triskele that we're talking about, we see it in Neolithic stone carvings, we see it on Iron Age brooches, we see it in all kinds of stone carved art from a lot of different periods, but we also see it on Iron Age glass beads in Scotland. This is what I call a triskele bead. These triskele beads are what we call truncated triangular beads, which basically means that they're shaped like a triangle with the points chopped off. But ArchaeoPlays, isn't that just a hexagon? Technically yes, but a hexagon makes it sound like each side of the hexagon is the same. But for these beads, every other side is rounded and every other side is flat. So you get flat, round, flat, round, flat, round. On the flat sides, we see a yellow circle that then has a trail of yellow that spirals around the bead and joins up with the trails of the other 2 spirals in the middle, right around where the perforation is, or the hole where the string goes through in the bead. It's basically like they took this triple spiral design and just folded the spirals down to make 3-dimensional triskeles. And what's cool is that the spirals do often connect on these beads, but they usually only connect on one side, as if the triskele, as I said, was literally folded around the bead. Triskele beads usually have a dark color of glass for the core, and the spiral is always yellow. Sometimes we get lighter colors for the core, like a pale blue or a pale green or something, but usually they're very dark, even almost black, as you're looking at it. And the spirals, as I said, are always yellow, and there are always exactly 3 of them. And you know what's really cool about these beads? They have really dark cores, but those cores can also be almost any color that you want. A lot of them are dark blue, like I said, but they can be cyan or green or yellow or amber or even like a hot pink color when you shine a light through them. And shining something like a torch through these is all well and good, but if you hold them up to the sun, you can also usually see the color. So the people who made these in Iron Age Scotland were able to see that color when they held them up to the sun or held them up to firelight. And that means that they used these colors on purpose. They purposefully made it dark enough that it looks black when it doesn't have a light behind it, but when it does have a light behind it, they're any color of the rainbow. So the people who made these in the Iron Age did it on purpose. They could see the different color when they held it up to a light, and they chose to use those specific colors. So since we have triskeles all over ancient Scotland, and we even have triskele beads, I'm gonna get as close as possible to putting triskeles on my banners and armor and everything in Minecraft, because triskeles are great, and there's a connection to glass beads, and I'm really excited, can you tell? So let's get to it, let's go. Now we don't have triple spirals in Minecraft, because that's difficult to do. But we do now have this flow armor trim, and we have the flow banner pattern. So I can get the spirals in Minecraft, which means I can replicate one of my favorite designs and one of my favorite bead types in Minecraft. Dream come true, right? So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna get triskeles, well, as close to triskeles as we can get on our armor. Also, it motivates me to get netherite armor, because as I said, with the beads at least, and that's where we get a lot of colors from in the ancient world, most of the triskele beads are like a really dark kind of base color, and then the spiral is yellow. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use the flow armor trim and put the gold on it to get it on my armor. But then this is too bright of a blue. I mean, like, there are beads that exist that are this color, but most of the time they're a dark blue or a dark, like a black or a dark green. So it motivates me to get netherite, because I never get netherite. I always forget that it's an option. But now I'm motivated for aesthetic purposes. So it's fine. All right, so we're gonna replicate. Let's replicate the armor trim, just so that I don't use the last one. Eventually, I'm gonna make I'm gonna make an easier way to get up the hill. I've gone the exact wrong way. This is the better way to go. It's just so far from the building. So yeah, we're gonna make this easier to get up and down each day. Oh, also, well, okay, so this isn't done, but I'm really excited about this. So in Scotland, our uplands, our hills, are covered in heather and gorse. So heather is a purplish flower, purplish pinkish flower. Oh, hello, V's. Heather is a purplish pinkish flower. We don't have heather in Minecraft, but here's a picture of heather, the flower, the shrub. So we don't have it in Minecraft, but I figured the lilacs are close enough to heather. They're a bit tall, but we don't, like, they're the closest thing we've got. And this is gorse. Gorse is another shrub that flowers like heather. So in Scotland, so our hills are covered in heather and gorse, and also broom. Broom is another plant with a very yellow flower. So in, like, late spring, our hills are really, really yellow because of the gorse and the broom. They're in bloom. The gorse and the broom are in bloom in late spring, and they turn the hills yellow. But then in sort of late summer to early autumn, our hills are purple because that's when the heather blooms. So we can't really do seasonal stuff like that in Minecraft so much. So these are going to be a mix of the two probably. But I wanted to put it in here. Now this is nowhere near done. I basically just went around with a bunch of bone meal, and then I'd swapped out everywhere that it spawned the poppies. I just swapped them out for lilacs, and then I added a few more for density purposes. Also, my name is Heather in real life. I'm gonna be everywhere on this hill. Okay, right, that was a corny joke, but look, it's fine. Okay, let's get some armor trims going. Let's do this and this and this. I rather like the flowed armor trim. Also, okay, all right. So hold on. We're gonna take this. We're gonna upgrade it. We're gonna do this, and then we're gonna hold. Okay. So can we? Oh, I can't. Okay. We're gonna do this. See. This design, this S-shaped design, this design. Okay, so there's another bead design in Scotland, ancient Scottish glass bead designs. Look at me go, so much glass beads in this episode. Right, there is a style of glass bead that has wavy lines across it, okay? So it's like, it goes up and down and up and down. And here's some examples, okay? There's also a version of this with two wavy lines. Okay, so here's an example of that. They kind of intersect. So basically you've got one wavy line, and where one of the lines goes up, the other line goes down, and they crisscross over each other. So the S design with the flow armor trim pattern, that reminds me of these wavy line beads, which have a technical term, and this is why I need to share this with you. The technical term for these lines. Well, a technical term, but really it should be the only technical term. I mean, some people call them a wavy line, some people just call them other stuff. However, one of the technical terms is swag. They're swag lines. So when you have one of them, it's a swag bead, and when you've got two of them, it's a double swag bead. So my helmet literally has swag, and so do the beads. Glass beads are cool, you guys. Anyway, okay, all right. Let's keep getting armor trim on this. Okay, we're gonna do this, we're gonna do this, we're gonna do this. Let's see how this looks. There we go. We've got Triskeles all over our armor. I'm so excited. And now it's time to get some Triskele banners. And speaking of banners, or really speaking of textiles, one of the biggest places I get my Scottish history and archaeology knowledge from is the Society of Antiquaries of Scotland, which is the sponsor for today's video. The Society is a membership organisation which has actively supported the study and enjoyment of Scotland's past for over 240 years. If you want to keep up to date with the latest news and events, I've put the sign-up link to the Society's newsletter in the description down below, as well as a link to their free hybrid talk on the textiles of the Galloway Hoard in October. I highly recommend checking them out, and thanks again to the Society of Antiquaries of Scotland for sponsoring today's episode. We've got the wool, we've got the dyes, let's go make some banners. Alright, the design that I've come up with is based on the Triskele bead, so that we have a Triskele banner. So, what I'm going to do is, I'm going to put the black dye at the top, so that it's kind of like those beads where it looks really dark unless you shine a torch through. So we're going to have black at the top, and then we're going to do the flow pattern in yellow. So, okay, it's not a triple spiral, but it's a single spiral. So it's the closest we're gonna get to a Triskele, and I'm still super happy about it. Look at how cool this is. Isn't that great? I might add more to it, but I played around a little bit with it, and I didn't really feel like any of the rest of the designs necessarily mattered or weren't, like, they didn't really fit with the vibe I was going for. So yeah, so we're gonna get banners. We're gonna put one. Ooh, where am I putting one? With this here and the lantern there, that kind of puts a damper on where we're putting the banner. Where do I put the banner? Maybe we could put it there. Just so that it's marked. Do you want to put it there? Let's put it there. Let's put it on the corner. I think just here it's a little bit blocked by the grass. So we'll put it there, and then we got to put one at the other shieling. And I'm going to make a bunch of these. Well, eventually I'll make more of these and we'll put them around as we build new buildings, because we're not building anything in this episode. But I did say that the shielings, right, these two shielings were separate from the town. And so far the town has one building. So we're going to build more buildings. So far we have more shielings than town buildings, and that's we need to remedy that. Now this, some of you might be wondering, ArchaeoPlays, is this what you're going to be, like, all you're going to be building this season? And the answer is no. I'm not just gonna be building this kind of base area. I am gonna be building like bigger Scottish monuments, but for now, I figured for a starter base, I would start with the Byre house and then the two shielings, and then we'll get like a storage building down here. That's what I need next, is additional storage. I need a storage building. We'll have buildings for farms and things. So we're gonna build a bunch of these little buildings around, but then later, like once I've got my main stuff built, right? My main sort of starter-ish, base-ish stuff built, we're gonna branch out and build stuff like major well-known sites in Scotland, like, I don't know, the Ring of Brodgar, for example, or Skara Brae. So we're gonna build stuff. Don't you worry. We just haven't built it this episode. I do have my head here, but I'm just gonna put this, and then let's mine my head and do this. And then I kind of want another of my heads. You know what? Let's go check post. Let's see if we've got post and get another head for myself. Have I got mail? Oh, I do. Look at that. Okay, well, we are here for a head. For a player head. Ooh, glazed carrots free sample. Wonderful. Now, this is the thing, is that now I have to scan. Ever since the grey glass named Cookie was put in people's boxes, now I have to make sure that there isn't any every time I come to spawn and check my mail. Ready. Oh, you can't middle click for the player. That's sad. There we go. I'll need to swap these out for something, although I do quite like the current look, but I think we need to swap these out. We'll see. We'll play with a bunch of different blocks. Maybe once the honey farm is up and running, just so that we can test the honey there. But yeah, I quite like it. Oh, shield. We need a banner on a shield. Okay, so one more banner. black on the top, and then triskele pattern, and then yeah. Look at us with our triskele gear. Triskele and swag gear, but it's look at it. It's so good. We're getting proper Iron Age Scotland here. I think we're going to end the episode there, guys. Thanks for tuning in. I know we didn't build anything today, technically, but we did get some Triskele armor and Triskele shield and Triskele banners, and I got to talk a lot about glass beads. So I'm really happy. That's all from me for today, everybody. Thank you all for tuning in, and I hope you have a great rest of your day.